Manchester United have submitted an opening bid for Darwin Nunez, and there is bad news coming in from France as one of the Manchester United players has been really gotten off the pitch after getting a very bad injury this time round, and it is a different injury that he has been really getting at Manchester United, and this time round he is really injured and we don't know what is really going to happen at Manchester United. Welcome to Manchester United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? This is Rokani David onto this channel as I bring you latest news and information as far as your Manchester United stars are concerned in there for you. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel in here. Now today we just want to start up with some bad news in there. We're starting up with the bad note. You know, there is what we call the UEFA Europa. It's the UEFA Europa what? It's the UEFA Nations League. I know, you know that. That's how it's called. It's the UEFA Nations League. It's going on and it's all over the world, and especially the teams in Europe are really going ahead to play it in there for you. And United really has a player who goes by the names of Raphael Varane. And remember, Raphael Varane started this game in here of football as France played a side which goes by the names. Which side was France playing? Let me check here. Nations League. France was playing. Let me see. Let me refresh in here, guys. France was playing a side. France was playing Netherlands, Belgium. France was playing Denmark, and France was beaten by 4-1 in there for you. And a man who goes by the names of Raphael Varane started as a central defender for a side which goes by the names of France, but later he was really taken off and substituted because of the injury he sustained. Now after the game, the France assistant manager who goes by the names of Guy Stefan has come out and said Raphael Varane has a muscular problem behind the thigh. He felt some pain against Denmark. He's also going to take medical examinations as well in there for you. And the Daily Mail has reported this France assistant manager speaking about Raphael Varane injury. But I'm asking myself, when did Varane become an injury prone player? Because while playing at Madrid, he at least averaged 30 league games. You get, he played almost all Champions League games in there for you, and he really did a lot in there for you. Is the physicality in the English Premier League really becoming a problem for him? Because it can really become a problem to him because he's not so much used to this, and you know the physicality that is so much in the Prem. So I really believe that it's one of the problems that are really baffling him in the Premier League in there for you. And I cannot guarantee you that he can really go on and play some other games without getting an injury in there for you. And I really believe that this is why Eric Ten Hag feels like I should get in another centre back who is not injury prone, because he knows that Raphael Varane is world class, experienced, and is one of the best defenders in the world that has really done it on all levels. Club football, he has almost won everything, you get, and now he won the World Cup, and now he's in the English Premier League, and he's just 28 years of age, and we wait and see what is really going to happen to this man, the French international who left Real Madrid to come in at Manchester United, a team that really wanted him 10 years back in there, and he really said, no, Zidane has convinced me to go to Real Madrid, but the way the injuries are really eating him up, really worrying. Remember, the first time I saw him get an injury, they were playing in the it was in the Nations League. Remember very well, he really got an ankle injury and he got out in there, and I think they were playing, was it Italy? No, it was not Italy. It was the finale when they were playing a side which goes by the names of Spain. Was it Spain? Yeah, they were playing Spain and they beat Spain by 3-1 in there. Remember, Spain went ahead and France equalized, and then Kylian Mbappe came in through to really decide that game in the extra minutes, the extra time that was added into that game of play. And therefore, you saw that is Raphael Varane. Then later, he came in and they say that he's going to spend like 1 month in there for you. They hurried him back because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was on pressure, and he played him into that game of Spurs. And after playing that game of Spurs, he played 90 minutes, and United was going to play the midweek, and they're playing Atalanta. He just played 34 games, and after playing 34 minutes, and he was taken off the pitch in there for you. Then he went back and got injured in there for you. Then that's when a manager who goes by names of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was hacked. Ralf Rangnick came in. When Ralf Rangnick came in, he really gave him ample time, and by the time he returned, he really played some good number of games, and then he got back and got injured until the end of the season when he came back in there for you. But it looks like he has been having a recurring injury, or an injury that Madrid has been really hiding from him for a very long time. And this is where I asked the medical team of Manchester United, how come a player who was not injury prone at a side which goes by names of Madrid, when he comes in at Manchester United, he is really an injury prone player? I really take it to the medical team of Manchester United, because when you look at players like Ousmane Dembele, Xavi coming through with the likes of Ansu Fati going in injury return, and then they go back injured. And guess what the manager said? He said, I'm sacking the entire medical team of Barcelona, and brought in a new one. After he brought in a new one, Dembele has not been a dembulance. He has not been a dembulance. He has been a player who has been playing very well, game in, game out, and for the very first time he went to Barcelona. I've seen him play 13 consecutive games without getting an injury, and he was going into tackles, and he's fully fit. That is Dembele in there for you. So I really believe that sometimes a player might not be injury prone, but the medical team in there for you, and I really believe that the new manager who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag will go in and really make a very big change in Manchester United that is drastic, to see to it that these players don't really suffer from this in there for you. And this is the story I really wanted to bring about Raphael Varane, to let you know that he is really injured and has gotten an injury from that game where France lost to a side which goes by the names of Denmark. Denmark has beaten France by 2-1, and it's all written all over that it's really a very good result for a side which goes by names of Denmark in the UEFA Nations League in there. And remember, France are the defending champions of the Nations League trophy. They beat Spain by 3-1. You know that very well. Now let's go to the big story of the day. It's all about Darwin Nunez. Darwin Nunez is a player that Manchester United wants, and Erik ten Hag came out and said the two preferred signings I really want for now, there are three. Sorry, the three preferred signings. The first and foremost, De Jong, Darwin Nunez, and Julian Timber. Those three players, they are my superb signings. And he really told the board that, get me those signings and leave the rest to me, and see how the season is going to go on in there for you. Now today, a story came in through that Manchester United have submitted a bid for Darwin Nunez. The offer amounts to 75 million euros, including 20 million in bonuses plus a player. The first player mentioned for the swap was Andreas Pereira in there for you, and this story was reported by Correio da Maia. This man is in Portugal. He's reporting this story from a side which goes by names of Portugal. Reporting that story coming in from Portugal, it shows you that there is a lot of truth in there for you. I really came in here and told you that when this transfer was starting, especially in March, especially when Erik ten Hag was being announced that United have really carried out an interview with him, people came out and really let down the source that really broke this news fast. This guy who broke it is a third-tier journalist. He's a third-tier journalist when it comes to transfers. The top YouTube channels turned him down and denied him a chance. But guess what? In the next 3 hours, all the top media houses were quoting him, and they knew that this story was real. Now he is coming. He was Netherlands. He was from Netherlands in there, and the person he was dealing and talking about was in Netherlands in there for you. Now this guy, this journalist Correio da Maia, comes in from Portugal, and Portugal is where Darwin Nunez plays from, in a team which goes by the names of Benifica, and he has come out and said United have submitted a bid for Darwin Nunez. The offer amounts to 75 million euros, including 20 in bonuses. That means those are 95 million pounds. And when you look million euros, and we look at Andres Pereira, he's valued at like 10 million euros in there for you. That means United want to give want to give Benifica a package of how many million euros? Close to 110 million euros for a player who goes by the name of Darwin Nunez in there for you. And I really believe that Andreas Pereira, having really failed to join Flamengo because of the financial reasons that Flamengo is in, and they said we cannot really sign him because he really had a very wonderful game into that Brazilian side which goes by the name Flamengo, because they wanted to sign him and they had agreed a deal with Manchester United, and United wanted 10 million euros, and really believe that they wanted to pay in 5, and United said, all right, let's get this player back, because this player was really rewarded a contract, I think in, was it 2020? 2019, I think 2020, one of those years, he was rewarded a 5-year contract at Manchester United, and is earning huge salaries. But he really had a very good game during his loan in Flamengo, but he's returning at Manchester United, and United are really planning to give him, to put him as part of their money or bid they are making to a side which goes by the Benifica, of which this is undeniable. It's very undeniable in there for you, and I really believe that Darwin Nunez will accept in there for you. And when you hear that a team has really gone ahead to make a bid, that indicates that a team like the agent of Darwin Nunez, who is in front, who is leading this or fronting this move for Darwin Nunez to come to the Premier League, goes by the names of Jorge Mendes. Jorge Mendes is the agent of Cristiano Ronaldo and very many other players in the Premier League, the likes of Ruben Neves, and they believe that he is the man who is going to champion this move to the Premier League. And when you look at Jorge Mendes, he's so much linked to Manchester United and has brought very many players to Manchester United, and he is so good to Manchester United. And I really believe that as the agent, he's trying to convince the player who goes by Darwin Nunez that he should go to Manchester United and play there. So when you hear that a bid has been submitted, just know that the agent and the player have agreed terms and conditions, and now it's over Manchester United to go in and agree a deal with the side which goes by names of Benifica. So that's what all is about, and that's what you're waiting for in here at the Manchester United Matters channel, because Darwin Nunez is a very fantastic player. He played close to 34 games, 38 games. I think he scored close to 39 goals. That's what I remember about Darwin Nunez, and he really played very well this season in there for you. So United is in for him, and they've made that bid in there for you. And this story is going to be downplayed by very many other journalists. But I always told you that this summer is going to be led by what we call 3rd and 4th tier journalists. Yes, it's going to be led by 3rd and 4th tier journalists. That we're going to really come in here and tell you, because when you look at how things are going on, it's all in line for a man who goes by names of Darwin Nunez there to come to the Premier League. Di Marzio has come out and said he's coming to the Premier League, and now it's said that United have really submitted a bid, and we are waiting to see whether a side which goes by names of Benifica has really accepted it. When you look at his season 2021-2022, he played 39 games and scored 34 goals. What an output in there for you. We in the Champions League played 10 games and scored 6 goals. What an output in there for you, because even Cristiano Ronaldo for Manchester United scored 6. He scored 6 in there for you, though a man who goes by the names of Darwin Nunez played 2 more games than Ronaldo, because Ronaldo, if at all he played that game of young boys at Old Trafford, he would have scored even a hat-trick. You know that very well, and that is the only game that Ronaldo missed out. So I really believe that he would have done so much better in there for you. But for Manchester United, it's good. It's a good signing, and I really believe that it's really going to do them a very good favor on this man in there for you. And we are here to let you know that even Benifica has this to say on the deal and on the bid that was made by Manchester United. Benifica are aware of Manchester United interest in Nunez, with Andres Pereira having been broached as a potential make weight in there for you. So that is it here on the Manchester United Matters channel. Make weight on this deal is Andres Pereira, and United are willing to pay 75 million euros plus 20 million add-ons plus Andreas Pereira as an add weight. But remember, he is valued at 10 million euros. So it looks like United are really so much in big gear to go in and really get in a player who goes by the names of Darwin Nunez. But he's going to be a very good signing for Manchester United, and I really believe that when he comes in, he's really going to get enough playing time, because this time round, when you look at Erik ten Hag, I've seen him. He uses very many systems by the Erik ten Hag. That's what people don't know, and I've not seen very many people coming in here and explaining this. Most people know that Erik ten Hag plays with a 4-3-3, but he can play with a 4-3-3, he can play with a 4-2-3-1, he can play with a 3-4-2-1, he can play with a 3-5-2, he can play with a 4-3-1-2 in there for you. So I've seen him play with various systems in there for you, and Erik ten Hag is a very brilliant coach. That's why you see Ronaldo and Darwin Nunez can be in the same team. When you look at Darwin Nunez, he can really play off any wing, and that's how Ten Hag is planning to get him enough playing time, because when he comes in here, Ronaldo will say, all right, for me, as I'm 38 years of age, I think I'll play more of the Premier League, and in the UEFA Europa League, if at all United really goes to like the knockout stages, that's when I'll start playing in there for you. And Darwin Nunez will get some playing time in the UEFA Europa League, and will lead the line always. Even the Premier League, some games it's going to be Ronaldo to start and Darwin Nunez to come in and start. So I really believe that Darwin Nunez is really going to have enough playing time at Manchester United, and it is really confirmed that United are really willing to go in and break the bank for Darwin Nunez. When you look at close to 110 million euros that United really want to submit into this deal, it shows you that Erik ten Hag is really pushing for this deal to happen. And trust me, Erik ten Hag says he's not going to go on holiday until the players he wants have been signed by Manchester United. So far, he wants 3 players: Darwin Nunez, Julian Timber, and Frankie de Jong. And it looks like Frankie de Jong by the end of this week, a very good message is going to be gotten from Barcelona, because Barcelona has come out and told us that they are not going to sell their TV rights. That is the CVC. They said we are not going to go on and really sell or sign the CVC agreement by selling our rights in there for you. If at all you never knew, Barcelona and Real Madrid, they own their TV rights, the image rights for their footballing games. That's why you see that for them, they really have a lot of money than any other team in the La Liga, because they are the big teams, they have the big players, and it is them that have really won the La Liga for a very long time, and they are the 2 biggest brands in the La Liga, so they took over the rights. Not like the Premier League, where money comes in and these people share it. That's not the deal. It's a different case altogether in there. So Barcelona is having lots of debts. It cannot sign the 3 players that they've signed on a free transfer. Even Lewandowski, who is willing to come to them and play, cannot really come in and register with Barcelona, because they don't have the money to pay a team which goes by the names of Bayern Munich. And they are planning, by the way, even after selling De Jong, to go ahead and really cut by half all the salaries of players of a side which goes by the names of Barcelona. So they are really going through a tough situation, and let's wait and see what this happens in there for you. And it's a blessing in disguise for Manchester United. This is how you get a De Jong into a midfield, you get a Darwin Nunez and a Julian Timber, and by 1st July, United will be having these players, and they'll be at the preseason with Manchester United, and what will be a very good team, and we'll be anxiously waiting for ourselves to come in here and see how the Premier League starts, because the Premier League fixture is going to be announced very, 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 very soon. So today, we've done 2 stories. One has been about Rafael Varane getting an injury, and we don't know when he's going to return. They are playing Denmark, and they faced a defeat of 2-1 against Denmark in there for you. Then the other player that we talked about was Darwin Nunez, as it's rumored that United have really submitted a 75 million bid of euros plus 20 million add-ons, plus a make weight of a player who goes by the names of Andreas Pereira. That's what we had for you here to our channel. And go into the comment section and tell me what you think about these 2 stories we're talking about, and I'll be in the comment section waiting to come in and talk to you. I'm out for now. See you later.